Worst finishes of his career have been at this distance, 1.5 miles.
Trainer Bobby Frankel has already won 2 Grade 1s, a Grade 2, and a Grade 3 at Saratoga, and this is only day 16 of the meeting. But Frankel's never won the Sword Dancer. He's 0 for 5 in this race.
The 2-horse Man from Wicklow is still looking for his first stakes win at the age of 5, but he's been in the money in 3 of his 6 stakes starts.
This race, though, is sort of plan B for the 5-year-old gelding. He was supposed to run last weekend here in an allowance race, but that race was rained off the grass and he was scratched.
Opening week here at Saratoga, Valponi was second in the Bernard Baruch. 12 of his 19 lifetime starts, though, have been on the dirt.
He's one of those rare horses that seems equally adept on either surface. He'll probably try to go wire to wire here, and his trainer, Hall of Famer Phil Johnson, won the Sword Dancer in '95 with Kiri's Clown, wire to wire at 14-1 odds.
The 4-horse Hawkeye's the world traveler, but so is his owner, Gary Tanaka. He's a native of Hunt, Idaho, and now he lives in London.
And Tanaka has won stakes with 7 different horses in the United States this year. He and trainer Michael Jarvis tried this maneuver last year. They brought mare Ella Athena from Europe, but she finished 6th in the Sword Dancer.
And there's Grammarian. This is the most lightly raced horse in the field, just 4 lifetime starts.
His last was really remarkable. He went from losing a 1.1 allowance race at Churchill Downs to winning a Grade 2 at 1.5 miles. 2 weeks later, if he runs well today, he goes to Australia. His owner, Lindsey Williams, is a native of Australia.
The 6 horses, El Tawasul, he was claimed here at Saratoga for $50,000. Owner for Christopher Connors used to drive 14 hours with his buddies every year to go to the Kentucky Derby.
And El Tawasul's trainer, Pat Reynolds, has done this with claiming horses before. He claimed a sprinter named Peeping Tom for $40,000, and now Peeping Tom has earned $802,000.
Whitmore's Khan is a local favorite, a New York bred. He's owned by Michael and Lynn Shanley, who live in nearby Albany.
His Bowling Green victory was a career peak, and it continued a hot streak for trainer Randy Schulhofer, who took over the stable of his father, Hall of Famer Scotty Schulhofer, on January 1st of this year.
Trainer Kieran McLaughlin and Rhythm Band hope that they've got the rhythm today, owned by Sheikh Mohammed's son, Rashid. He has not earned his Godolphin stripes yet. McLaughlin supposedly has the horses that the Sheiks don't consider good enough to wear the Godolphin silks, but Kieran is batting 400 at the Saratoga meeting, and he says Rhythm Band's doing well. Ketaweo is one of 2 millionaires in the field, and he has raced at 15 different tracks in his career.
Came from way back to win the Stars and Stripes last time. That's his running style. Look for him at the back of the pack today.
With Anticipation, has earned $1.5 million, and as we mentioned, the defending champion.
He had the far outside post in the UN, far outside last year in the Sword Dancer, number 10 this year, but it might hurt him with a lot of tactical speed horses inside of him today.
And rounding out the field is StarTech. He won the Grade 1 Secretariat last August and is 0 for 6 since.
Janine mentioned that his sire Theatrical won this race back in '87. He actually won it by DQ. The Sword Dancer's been really good to Billy Mott, the trainer. He's won it 3 times overall.
StarTech is loading for the call. Let's go to Tom Durkin.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Man from Wicklow, El Tawasul, Grammarian, and Denon with speed right from the start. With Anticipation has come up with the leaders on the far outside. So they race for the first turn, and it's Denon with a short lead. Grammarian is right there. Valponi's in tight quarters, had to steady. With Anticipation on the outside, is 3 wide into the turn. He's running 4th now. And then it's Hawkeye racing 5th. StarTech is on the move early, moving from 6th. And then Man from Wicklow is 7th, followed by El Tawasul and Rhythm Band. Whitmore's Khan is restrained at the back of the pack, and stretch running Ketaweo is the last of 11. So they move by us for the first time, and Grammarian is far more settled now. It's Grammarian just breezing along. Valponi running along in 2nd, and Denon has been reined in to run back in 3rd. And the big break gelding with Anticipation is 4th, alongside Denon with a lap to go here. And then it's Hawkeye who rides the rails in 5th. StarTech is 6th, and Man from Wicklow is now in 7th. El Tawasul Rhythm Band is now 9th. And then Ketaweo and Whitmore's Khan. Ketaweo's about 10 lengths from the leader. The leader remains Grammarian, who has been unchallenged through a half that was a strong one. 47 1/5 seconds. Grammarian setting a taxing pace here, and Valponi's been not far behind. Denon and with Anticipation continue to track the leaders. They're 3rd and 4th. Then it's Hawkeye moving through on the inside of StarTech, followed by Man from Wicklow and Rhythm Band, El Tawasul. Ketaweo down toward the inside. The classy Ketaweo is still about 8 or 9 lengths from the lead with less than a half mile to go now. Whitmore's Con trails the field. They're on the far turn. Valponi coming to the neck of Grammarian. Grammarian holding a narrow lead. Valponi right alongside. And with anticipation has a very good striking position. Denon is down to his inside. StarTech and Jerry Bailey, they're coming up on the outside now. Rhythm Band is 6th toward the rail. Man from Wicklow is now 7th. And Ketaweo buried at the rail. He's 8th at the top of the stretch, about 8 lengths behind. They're coming into the final furlong now. A narrow opening at the inside for Denon, and Denon is sent on through. Denon has taken the lead. Here comes with anticipation with the final try as they come down to the line. They're coming to the finish. Denon in front with anticipation, and Pat Day, they're surging on the outside. Too close to call, I think, with anticipation. May have gotten there. It was desperately close with Denon. It was close for third as well. It looked from my eyes that with anticipation got it. It was very, very close at the end. And another great finish with Denon and with anticipation.
Well, while we have to wait on the photo to finalize that, one thing is for sure, Pat Day is now the richest rider in history as he passes Chris McCarron.
All he needed was a 1-2 finish, and what a horse to be in that position on with anticipation. Almost never seems to run a bad race. Denon cut the corner at the top of the lane with Edgar Prado, got the big jump on it with anticipation, kept coming, and he got there. He got there by about a head at the wire. There's our slow-mo. With anticipation, well, that's not with anticipation, but he did get there, I think, by about a head or so.
So congratulations to Pat Day as he makes history today with anticipation. And for Pat, I think there was a lot of anticipation. We were talking about this record last week, but it took another week, but he finally gets it. And for with anticipation, it looks like he will defend his title here at the Sword Dancer Invitational. And what a stretch duel between Denon and with anticipation. More on the Sword Dancer when we come back. Who knows, maybe Pat Day will be the rider. Congratulations to Pat. With anticipation now becomes the third horse to win back-to-back Sword Dancers, joining El Senor and Majesty's Prince.
And there is his owner, George Strawbridge of Augustin Stable, giving him a well-deserved pat on the back, and Pat Day thanking the man upstairs like he so often does. That's been a trademark move of Pat's in the winner's circle over the years.
You know, it's kind of fitting that Pat put it off long enough. I know he had some other races that he'd hoped to win to break the record, but this is the Sword Dancer is as good a race as any to break the record.
Yeah, he had 3 other mounts today and had managed only one 5th place finish, but I think Pat would have preferred to win the record, to break the record in a race like this on a horse like With Anticipation, and the New York Racing Association Saratoga recognizing that record there as well.
With Anticipation, a 7-year-old, he's now won 14 of 41, earnings $1.85 million. I'd kind of given up on him once Denon scored it through on the inside.
Well, you see, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th at this point, and he's kind of behind horses. Denon, as I said, cut the corner with Edgar Prado. Now a sort of a seam opens up for With Anticipation. He can win all sorts of different ways. In the UN, he got the jump on Denon. It looked like Denon was going to pass him. He held him off. In this race, it looked like Denon was going to win, and With Anticipation came and got him. He's just a tough old customer.
Yes, he is, and so is Pat Day. As you see Pat making his way to, I'm assuming he's going to step on the scale there, but for Pat, what a day for him as he finally breaks Chris McCarron's record and is now racing's all-time richest rider. There you go, Pat. And I believe it is now final. Thumbs up from Pat With Anticipation getting the win. Denon second, Valponi finishing in third. It was desperately another great call from Tom Durkin. As you can see the finish there as With Anticipation did catch Denon right at the wire. Seems like every race that we have had so far in this meeting in Saratoga has been a nail-biter. And here's a look at our Visa purse distribution With Anticipation, a very important $300,000 because that's what put Pat Day over the top in the jockey standing.
And it was also his 4th Sword Dancer victory. The final time, 2:24, the 2nd fastest Sword Dancer ever. And I guess Bobby Frankel, the trainer of Denon, actually can lose a photo finish here at Saratoga. He had won 3 graded stakes by photo earlier in the meeting.
But Jonathan Sheppard and Pat Day, along with Anticipation, celebrate their 2nd straight win here in the Sword Dancer.
No horse has ever won the Sword Dancer 3 years in a row. El Senor won it in 89 and 90. He came back and tried in 1991 to finish 3rd.
And let's go to the winner's circle and Janine Edwards.
Well, Jeff, I don't think I've heard a louder round of applause when a horse has come back to the winner's circle, and I guess half the crowd cheering for With Anticipation, the other half cheering for Pat Day as he makes his way into the history books today, the all-time leading jockey by earnings. And you said you were just so happy to do it for such nice connections.
Well, I want to thank him. I want to thank him for the opportunity to ride With Anticipation. I want to thank With Anticipation for putting forth so many game efforts and enabling me to get the job done, or enabling us to get the job done. But certainly want to commend Jonathan Sheppard on the fine job that he's done with this gelding. He's just done a great job orchestrating his career and putting him in the right spots, bringing him over ready, and giving me the opportunity.
He looked so relaxed early on in the race, but then Denon sort of got the jump on you coming out of the turn, didn't he?
Well, he did. I was watching him down inside all the way, and Edgar rode a brilliant race. He got through on the fence and scooted away from us. I put With Anticipation to the task, and he ran down there like he knew what he was doing and where he needed to be, and got the job done for us. I'm just so proud of him and happy to be a part of the team.
Congratulations, and we're so glad that we could be a part of this day for you. Jonathan, what has been the key to holding this guy's form? He's 7 years old now and just getting better and better.
I wish I knew, and I'd do the same thing for myself. He's just makes his own rules, I guess. He just seems very happy right now, and he's very game, and he and Pat seem to have struck up a rapport and an empathy, and you know, they got confidence in each other. I was losing confidence a little bit myself turning for home today. Pat said he thought the ground was pretty hard, maybe stinging him a little bit, and he was not running quite as freely as he normally would. That had me a bit concerned. I wasn't quite sure what the reason was. Normally it's a little bit more up in the bit early. But it's really exciting to be a winner in Saratoga and to be part of Pat's record, and just been a great day.
Pat, you are on your way to Mountaineer Park for the West Virginia Derby?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we wish you good luck down there.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And you can see that later, by the way, on Today at the Races. And Jonathan, as we think forward now as far as Breeders' Cup, last year your Breeders' Cup plans didn't turn out as I know you had hoped. You going to do anything different this time around?
Well, we're going to have to work on that a little bit. I think there's room for improvement, yes. I'm not quite sure how we're going to go for it, but we're going to come up with a plan anyway.
Well, whatever that fountain of youth is that you guys got going on with Anticipation and Pat Day, let's bottle it and sell it as he records another Grade 1 win. He's marching on his way to the Breeders' Cup, and he makes history with Pat Day today as well, Jeff.
Well, it's interesting when you get into the theories of why this...